Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2020 iF3 Continental Cup team test preliminary round for the Americas. Our four participating teams in our team division, we have Argentina, the Mato Vizcarra, Agostina Haig, Nicholas Cortez, Kiara Schneider. From Brazil, we have Carlos Eduardo Zegati da Silva, Marcela Alonso. We have Lucas de Castro Abrantes and Tatiana Lima Freitas. From Puerto Rico, Jose Velasquez, Eduard Torres, Karen Colon, and Paulo Ruiz. And from the USA, Cam Coling, Dakota Litka, Tatum Edwards, and Amy Jindra.
Welcome to the Continental Cup Teams Test number 1. For every single workout, you'll be completing these within a 6 meter by 6 meter taped off box. Test number 1 starts from the clock at 0 minutes and finishes at 22 minutes for a 22-minute time cap. Your first test is 4 athletes working together at the same time. 1 male, 1 female athlete will be completing 500 double unders both at the same time. The other male and female athlete will be partitioning a 5-kilometer row. Your total score for this workout is athlete 1's double under time plus athlete 2's double under time plus the 5-kilometer time combined from those 2 athletes. The combined time is your score for this workout. At the finish of this workout, at the 22-minute mark, athletes will then be resting from 22 minutes to the 30 minutes. Thanks, guys.
All right, we have 3 of our teams shown here. Okay, test number 1, 22-minute time cap. And they're underway. So we see 1 male and 1 female from each of the countries is doing double unders. And then we have a male and female that is by the concept 2 rower. So how this works is 22-minute time cap. The male and female each doing the double unders must complete 500 double unders each. Okay, for those of you maybe at home who don't know what a double under is, that's 2 pass-throughs of the rope per jump. Okay, so the male and female each need to do 500, and the 2 athletes doing the rowing need to row 5,000 meters combined. They may switch on and off when they want. 1 athlete can do the entire row. That is completely fine. There doesn't say that they need to do switch on and off, or how many times they need to switch on and off, but however they want to build to that 5,000 meters. The concept 2 rower is set to a downwards count, so it starts at 5,000, and rollover meters are included. So it will be the total time that athlete, the male athlete A and female athlete A do their 500 double unders each, and then the combined time with those 2 as well as the time for the 5,000 meter row will get their accumulative score. We have Team USA, Team Argentina, Team Puerto Rico. Brazil's video having some issues with it, but we do have it. Just unfortunately, you will not see their video in this. Team Puerto Rico in the bottom right. made a switch on the rower. And I apologize to anyone that I may pronounce their names incorrectly. Some new names to me here. Team USA in the top left. We've got some very good athletes from all three of these, actually all four of these countries. And then Team Argentina there. Unfortunately, we don't have a very good view of them, but I think they must be maybe in that portrait mode, so we can't see their athletes quite as well. But again, 500 double unders for each man and each woman who are doing the double unders. So one pair is doing double unders, the other pair is on the Concept 2 rower. And see a break from the American athletes on the double unders. The Puerto Rican team moving very well right now. Not many breaks by Team Puerto Rico right so far on the double unders. So it looks like they are have a good start, maybe even a possible lead on Team USA here. Again, one place where time will get made up a lot is on the row. You have some taller, stronger athletes with good engines that can pay massive dividends on the Concept 2. Team USA looking very smooth here out of the gate. See which athletes finish up their double unders first. So these athletes most of them are, especially the ones doing the double unders, are probably able to bust out a set of well over 100 fresh. So let's see how long it takes them. Again, there's a 22-minute time cap for this. 500 doubles for each of the athletes, as well as the row, but should not take near that long. That these athletes probably on the rower are going to be able to do it in under 19 minutes, you would think. Puerto Rican athlete there on the double unders going for a little bit of a walk. He must looks like he must be done already. Same with the American man. Now the ladies are trying to finish up. Team Argentina. Looks like they're starting to get close. Probably won't be too much of a time disparity between the teams. Said these Leslie got someone extremely fast on the double unders, as well as some extremely powerful rowers. And that looks like it's it for Team Puerto Rico on the double unders, as well as Team USA. So Team USA slightly ahead of Team Puerto Rico. Now we're just going to wait and see how long the row goes for here. And with the wonders of technology, you can see that we're going to speed up the row slightly here just to make it a little bit quicker. As all the athletes are done the double unders, but just we're going to speed up the middle part of the row here. Then we'll show you the tail end to see who gets off the row first. Again, all the clocks are synced up. Again, the athletes can combine however they want to do the Concept 2. They can switch off however many, whenever they feel like it. If it's just based on, oh, I'm starting to get tired, switch off. If they have a set amount, okay, we're going to go hard for 500 or 1,000. See how the athletes decide to do it right now. Argentina and the Americans have their female, actually all three teams have their female athletes on the rower. So I think that maybe someone would want to hide possibly the smaller athletes, but the ladies are digging in there. So one thing when you have the mixed team events, and there's going to be a bit of disparity in strength and size, and using the same equipment with the same movements and same weights between the men and the women. You're actually going to see that in test number 6 when it comes to strategy. We're going to have to pick athletes to do certain movements. So it kind of depends on how they play it. So that'll we'll see that in test number 6. And we see another switch from Team Puerto Rico getting their female athlete back on. Argentina's got their female back on, same with the US. Team Puerto Rico, Team US, they were the first two with they had the quickest double under time. So overall, that they've got the lowest time thus far. So we'll see how far or how close the row is as the two teams finish up. See if Argentina can possibly make up the time they were behind on the double unders. Team USA was ahead on the double unders. Their athletes seem to be slightly ahead. The American male finished ahead of the Puerto Rican male, and the same with the ladies. The Team USA lady on the double unders finished just ahead of the Puerto Rican female on the double unders. So they were appearing to be 1 and 2, and now we'll wait to see how they finish on the row. And we see it must be getting close here as the speed has come down. It looks like the Americans will be the first to finish the row, so that should unofficially give them the top 3 times, both for each athlete doing the double unders as well as the row. Again, we do not have Brazil's video feed on here, but Brazil is a part of this American division, or sorry, the Americas division. Argentina finishes the row just ahead of Puerto Rico, so now we just have Team Puerto Rico finishing up. Strong rowing from their female athlete on the row. Those are some good, powerful strokes. That is Karen Colon. See Eduard Torres there cheering her on. Jose Velasquez, the shaved head, on his knee next to her, just cheering their teammate on to the finish line here. Karen almost done. And that is it. Team Puerto Rico has completed it. So we'll get help there. All right, what we're going to do now is we will go to our leaderboard, and you can see the United States finishing 46 seconds ahead of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico 27 seconds ahead of Argentina, and Brazil was about 2 minutes behind third place Argentina. All right.
Putt, passing them in that. Circle with my boys, roll the weed and this is it. Line up these trees like a forest fire. every chance we get, you know these kids will get belligerent. Cause though we know better in this world we unprepared. Cause peer pressure strong and it was never cool to care about the consequences. Flash 4 or 5 years and the story.
The ball is over, call it close, but we all know what this is gonna be. You came to fail the test, you met the best, expected chess, but got monopoly. I came and bought you out, I knocked you out, I cropped you out with no apologies. I am the hope, the heart, the faith, the spark, the one who will fulfill the prophecy. I just been counting, never lounging, climbing up mountains, bouncing back. Step in the ring of us, you step back. They'll learn hot when I get on the track. I like it louder the most, watching all these shit just buy down to the goat. If I can't decide, I'ma probably get both. We don't celebrate, but right now I'm a toast, resurrected ghost.
Outside, outside, everything around me I create with my mind. Working too hard, I don't want no downtime. Put my team on, they gon' shine when I shine.
We can take this outside, outside. Hey.
Looking at the stars, staring with my mouth wide.
Yeah.
I ain't letting nobody stop me this time.
Nah.
Every single level that I reach and I climb.
They ask, are you from outside, outside?
Everything around me I create with my mind. Working too hard, I don't want no downtime.
Nah.
Put my team on, they gon' shine, I shine.
Yeah, we can take this. You are just not on my level. I keep my foot on the pedal. I set the tone, I don't settle. I can put fear in the devil. You are just not on my level. I keep my foot on the pedal. I set the tone, I don't settle. We can take this outside, outside. Hey.
Looking at the stars, staring with my mouth wide.
Yeah.
I ain't letting nobody stop me this time.
Nah.
Every single level that I reach and I climb.
They ask, are you from outside, outside?
Everything around me I create with my mind. Working too hard, I don't want no downtime.
Nah.
Put my team on, they gon' shine, I shine.
Yeah, we can take this. You are just not on my level. You are just not on my level. You are just not on my level.
Here is the Continental Cup, Test 2 and Test 3. Test 2 is a strength test, Test 3 is a gymnastics skill test. These tests will be performed from the 30-minute mark through to the 42-minute mark. In this time frame, you will have 12 minutes for all athletes to perform a 5-rep max squat clean thruster. All athletes will be sharing the same barbell and the weight can only go up. At no point can it go back down again. While one person is performing 5-rep max squat clean thruster, the other 3 can be, if they choose to, performing max reps strict ring muscle ups. You'll have 2 scores for this event, one being your combined total of the 5-rep max squat clean thruster, and one being your combined total of strict ring muscle ups performed in the 12-minute time cap. As soon as this workout is done at the 42-minute mark, all athletes will rest from the 42-minute mark to the 50-minute mark. Thanks, guys.
All right, here we go. Test 2 and 3 underway. And as you can see, we have the Brazilian team now in our view, which will definitely be nice so we can see how all 4 teams are doing. All right, so if you did not see the demo video or do not understand how this works, 12-minute running clock. Okay, each athlete on the team, each male and each female, so all 4 athletes, must complete a set of 5 squat clean thrusters unbroken. Okay. Once they've completed a good set of 5, then they can do more than 1 attempt, that's fine, but their heaviest set of 5 will add to their weight. That'll be test number 2. Test 3, in that same 12 minutes, as athletes are working on the bar, the other athletes are doing strict ring muscle-ups. Okay, so there is no order that the athletes have to go in. Any athlete can work on the squat clean thrusters. Any athlete can be working on the strict muscle-ups. Okay, there are a few stipulations, however. First, for the squat clean thruster, if an athlete happens to get a no rep on a squat clean thruster, as long as the hands do not come off the bar, they may do another rep in lieu. So maybe they don't get full depth on the squat clean thruster number 3. And they go down. As long as the hands do not come off the bar, they may do another attempt at squat clean thruster number 3 and then do 4 and 5. That is fine. Okay. So that is one of the rules. Another rule is hands may not come off the bar. The reps must be touch and go. They may rest in the front rack position. They may rest with the bar in the locked out position at the top. That is totally fine. They may not, however, pop the bar onto their back or back shoulders and rest it there, and then do a jerk and pop it back up and over. Front rack, overhead, and they may trap it in their hips, but their hands may not come off the bar. Those are the some of the rules for the squat clean thruster as well. The weight of the squat clean thruster can only go up. So you'll probably see the ladies doing theirs first. So once you pass a certain weight, you cannot go back and wait. Okay. And then same thing with the male. Whoever can load the bar, that's totally fine. You can load it as a team, but the weight may not come down for the bar. Once you've added weight on, it stays on, and weight has to be declared. So we can't, I'm not quite sure what weights they're using right now, but they must declare weight to their judges, and then they may not take weight off for any further attempts. So it's just a few of the stipulations here on the strict muscle up. We all know, I think, pretty much what a strict muscle up. Athletes must be at full extension at the bottom of the muscle up. Knees must be locked. They may not get any help from their lower body to propel themselves up. And if their toes come behind the vertical plane, so come in behind the rings, with their, then they must pause either directly below or with their toes out in front. They must pause before they complete their next rep. So those are the rules. Again, the total of the four heaviest sets of 5 squat clean thrusters, as well as that will be the score for test 2, and test 3 is max strict ring muscle ups in that same 12 minutes. So it looks like now, I think we have mainly the men who are working up on the squat clean thrusters, I believe. I think most of the ladies have kind of got to where their top end is, but not 100% sure. Again, it's 1 bar for the whole team, 1 set of rings for the whole team. So you can't have a set of rings for the guys, set of rings for the ladies. It is 1 set of rings for all 4 athletes and 1 bar for all 4 athletes. And you can see Edward Torres there for Team Puerto Rico doing his squat clean thrusters. You know, sometimes hear the squat clean thruster referred to as a cluster. right? See knee sleeves coming off of the American athletes now. Anything to drop weight. Smart move. It's part of the game. Take off the knee sleeves, the belt, shoes. Make each of those strict ring muscle ups lighter. You see almost a lot of the athletes now have ditched their shoes. Team Argentina, their male still has his on, although he's probably still maybe doing some squat clean thrusters. It's like appreciate Team Puerto Rico having their team shirts there. We can see the last names of the athletes. Definitely a big help. Again, 12 minutes is the time for this. Another stipulation on the squat clean thruster is as they're going for that squat clean and doing the press at the top, they may not do a jerking motion. It may not be, they may not rebend the knees. Once they've got to the top of the squat and are pressing out, they may not unlock their legs and then relock them as the weight goes up. So there's no dropping underneath the bar in a jerk motion. It must be a press. Team USA. See their athlete stopping here on his set of clusters, squat clean thrusters. All right, see Team Puerto Rico, another attempt here at the clusters. Again, you see that is allowed. They may pause and rest wherever they want, as long as the hands don't come off the bar. And you see now it's starting to get tough to finish off those clusters at the squat clean thrusters at a certain weight. Usually 3 is pretty good, and then 4th and 5th get very tough. Team Argentina now working on another set of clusters. All the teams ripping out the muscle ups. Appear to be a no rep there for didn't matter, he didn't get up and over, but those legs need to stay locked on the strict muscle ups there for Team USA. And Team USA going to switch out. Team Brazil, they look to be the team that has had the most strict muscle ups. They have really not stopped. Same with actually Argentina has done quite a few as well. So again, that's totally unofficial, but just based on seeing who's on the muscle ups there. But Brazil has really been very active on the rings. Argentina too, even the US and Puerto Rico. The 3 teams have been seem to be about the same, but if it's looking like Brazil had a slight lead on the amount of strict ring muscle ups they've done, but again, unofficial right now. Team Argentina, watching his clusters. Looks like that was a good set of 5, I believe. Again, 12-minute time cap. Again, this is one big running clock that all these teams are working with. And it goes a total of 1 hour and 50 minutes, and they are completing 6 tests. This is test 2 and 3 right now. And the first test took 22 minutes. They rested from 22 to 30. And then they go from 30 to 42 here. 2 tests in 12 minutes, and then they will again rest for 8 minutes and begin the 4th test. Team Puerto Rico getting no rep there. Look like the knees bending. Some more good reps from Team Argentina. Team Brazil. Looking very good on those strict ring muscle ups. The athlete with the yellow shorts has been very active and done a lot of strict ring muscle ups. Not the prettiest one from Team Brazil there, but looks like we are done, and that is it. And we see Team Brazil swept 330 kilos on the clusters and 74 reps. So yes, they definitely were well ahead of the United States and Puerto Rico, but we now have Argentina drop into 4th, and Puerto Rico is up into 3rd, and Brazil has moved from 4th to 1st after test number 3.
Here is the Continental Cup, test number 4, mixed relay number 1. This test will be performed from the 50-minute mark on the clock through to the 1 hour and 5 minute mark on the clock. This test will be performed by 1 male and 1 female athlete of your team. Now, this workout is 3 rounds of work each individual. 1 round looks like 10 kettlebell swings all the way to overhead, 5 lateral burpees over kettlebell, 7 kettlebell swings, 5 lateral burpees, 4 kettlebell swings, 5 lateral burpees. While one person is completing that work, the other person is hanging from the pull-up bar in any form. Once one athlete has done the 10-7-4 and the 5-5-5, while the other athlete has been hanging, they then switch. Both athletes need to complete 3 total rounds of the 10-7-4 and 5-5-5 work on the kettlebell swings and burpees. You'll have a 15-minute time cap to complete this one. If at any point the athlete drops down from the hang, the person working through their swings and burpees must stop their movement until the other athlete starts hanging again. At the finish of this workout, at the 1 hour and 5 minute mark, you'll then have a 5-minute rest through to the 1 hour and 10 minute mark. Thanks, guys.
All right, welcome back to action here. The 2020 Continental Cup. This is the Americas division. We have 4 teams competing: Team Brazil, Team Argentina, Team USA, and Team Puerto Rico. I think we have it on the screen listed in order of where they are standing. Team Brazil is leading right now, and they're in the top left corner. So this one, 15-minute time cap. They're at the 50-minute mark of their continuous clock. And basically they have 1 male and 1 female from their team competing. The other 2 are just watching here. So what is happening is athlete 1 will do a set of 10 kettlebell swings. The guys are using a 30-kilo kettlebell. The ladies are using a 24-kilo kettlebell. They do 10 kettlebell swings, and then they will do 5 lateral burpees over the kettlebell. Then they will do 7 swings of the kettlebell, and then it'll be 5 burpees laterally, and then 4 kettlebell swings and 5 more burpees laterally. While that athlete is doing that groundwork, one athlete is hanging from the pull-up bar. Reps can only be counted if the athlete is holding on the bar. If that athlete comes off the bar, reps automatically stop counting, and they must wait until the athlete goes back up into the hang before the reps can continue counting. So once athlete A has completed a full round of 10 swings, 5 burpees, 7 swings, 5 burpees, 4 swings, 5 burpees, then athlete B will then switch spots with them, and athlete A will then go up onto the pull-up bar and hang. And what the total time is in this 15 minutes is for each athlete to get through 3 rounds of the burpees and kettlebell swings. So it's basically 6 total rounds of work, 6 total times through the kettlebell swings and the burpees. The 15-minute time cap. And again, athletes, the non-working athlete, meaning the athlete not doing the kettlebell swings and the burpees, must be in a hang from the pull-up bar for reps to count. Round 1 doesn't seem to go too bad, but you got to remember these are heavy kettlebell swings, and the grip is going to really start to get taxed here. They may not use straps to help with their grip up on the pull-up bar. They can wear gymnastics grips, but no wraps can go around the pull-up bar. Team Argentina looking pretty smooth right now here. Their male athlete on the bar looking very controlled, not struggling too bad. You can see his feet are off the ground. The female athlete quick on the burpees. Very nice. They've actually looked like they have a really good system there for Team Argentina. Seems like each time an athlete comes off, each time the working athlete has completed burpees, there's a little bit of rest. And now they switch. So very, very nice system by Team Argentina. It's, fortunately, it looks like the other teams aren't able to see how they're working it, but it's a very smart system here. Puerto Rico is actually looking very good as well. And now we see Team USA, their female athlete up in the bar had to come down. So the male athletes' reps were not counting for a sec there. So, and again, same thing, that grip is now starting to get taxed as we're getting into the second round for each of these athletes. But Team Argentina looking very controlled right now. They look very smooth. Team Brazil as well. But like they're having to break quite a bit. Definitely Team Argentina looking extremely like they have a really good system here. Very nice to see. Team USA struggling with that grip. Again, those are heavy kettlebell swings. You know how much, if you've done heavy swings, how much that taxes the grip. Same with pull-ups. So this is definitely not going to favor the teams with maybe heavier athletes. Team USA looks like to be probably one of the bigger teams in terms of size of athletes. So see if this definitely plays into it, but Team Puerto Rico again still looking very smooth. Team Argentina though, athletes are very quick working on those swings and the burpees. Not a full American swing. Arms are locked out overhead, kettlebells over the head, and that's our standard here. Yeah, again, most of us in the functional fitness community will either know Russian swings or American swings. This is almost a hybrid of in between. So the bottom of the kettlebell must get above the athlete's head. So if you're kind of wondering, well, it doesn't look like it's going up all the way, or it's looking like it's going higher than a Russian swing. This is kind of a hybrid height. So again, we just want that kettlebell to get up and over the head with arms locked out, and then the kettlebell on the way down must break the plane of their thighs. It must come through their thighs at least. So looks like Team Argentina and Team Puerto Rico still moving very quickly here. We're like a few more breaks by Brazil and the United States. Again, waiting to see how this plays out. Coming into this event, Brazil was sitting at top with 6 points, tied with the United States, who also had 6. Then Argentina and Puerto Rico both had 9 points, basically tied for third. Again, tiebreakers are more first place finishes. Team Argentina moving very quickly though, but fast burpees. And that is it, as Team Argentina definitely the first team to finish. Now, it looks like if I was to guess, I would say Team Puerto Rico looking like they may be the next team. They were moving at a pretty good pace, but we will wait and see. And it is Team Puerto Rico finishing up next. Team USA, Team Brazil battling it out for third place here in test number 4. And that looks like, well, it looks like they're going back up onto the pull-up bar for Brazil. Seeing which of the two teams finishes here. Finishes up first. I think Team USA slightly out in front. And Team USA has their male athlete back up onto the pull-up bar, so the female athlete can continue with her reps. Team Brazil with a pretty lengthy break there. All those breaks add up. And Team USA is done. And that will leave Brazil to be our final team to finish. We can zoom in here on their screen. See the judges' hands up in the air here, so that may signal that we're near the end of their final round. Final kettlebell swing. 5 more burpees. And athletes hanging now. Hopefully this is it. And that is it for Team Brazil. All right, that is the end of test number 4. We'll see how the leaderboard shakes down. Looks like Team Argentina was first, Puerto Rico second, Brazil, USA was third there. And yes, that's exactly how it finished. And that will move the United States team into first with 9 points. Team Brazil, they are now in second with, man, this leaderboard's switching like crazy. Team Brazil in second with 10, tied with Argentina, but Brazil has the tiebreaker. And Puerto Rico only 2 points out of first with that second place finish. So see what happens in test number 5 after a word from our sponsors here.
Here is the Continental Cup, test number 5 for the teams, mixed relay number 2. This workout will be commenced from the 1 hour 10 minute mark through to the 1 hour 25 minute mark. This test will be completed by the male and female athlete who did not complete test number 4. In this test, one athlete will be completing 12 toes to bar, 25 double unders, 9 toes to bar, 25 double unders, 6 toes to bar, 25 double unders. While one athlete is completing that work, the other athlete is performing a wall-facing handstand hold in a 1 meter by 1 meter box. As soon as athlete number 1 has completed the 12, 9, 6 and 25, 25, 25 double unders, they will then switch. Both athletes need to complete 3 full rounds of the toes to bar and double unders to get a score on this workout. At any point in this workout, if an athlete comes off of the wall for the wall-facing handstand hold, the other athlete must stop their work until that second athlete gets back up on the wall for the wall-facing handstand hold. Your score for this workout is your time to complete or your reps in the 15 minutes. At the completion of this workout, at that 1 hour 25 minute mark, There will then be a 10-minute rest from 1 hour 25 through to 1 hour 35 minutes. Thanks, guys.
All right, welcome back to action. Test number 5 here in our 2020 Continental Cup team preliminary round. This is our Americas division, Team USA, Team Argentina, Team Brazil, Team Puerto Rico battling it out. So now we are going to get the 2 athletes who did not take part in test 4 are going to do test 5. Again, same thing, 15-minute time cap. Okay, this is on a big running clock for them. They are at the 70-minute mark, and they have up until the 85-minute mark to complete this. Okay, same format, but just different movements now. So athlete 1 must be in a wall-facing handstand hold, and their hands must be inside their square. They have a certain diameter square. Their hands must be inside. They must be facing the wall. While they're in that handstand hold, the other athlete is doing 3 rounds of toes to bar and double unders with descending reps of toes to bar. So it'll be 12 toes to bar, 25 double unders, 9 toes to bar, 25 double unders, 6 toes to bar, 25 double unders. And then once the athlete has completed their final set of 25 double unders, they will switch positions and do the same thing. This one's going to be fairly taxing on the core and the shoulders. Let's see how this plays out. Again, I'm going to assume, and I'm just putting this out there, but I don't have proof, but I wish I had paid a little more attention to test number 1, but I'm assuming the athletes who did the 500 double unders each are probably not doing the double unders here, but maybe they are. Maybe they're still warmed up. Maybe they're just that much faster in the double unders, and maybe they are doing the double unders here as well. But we'll see how who's doing what. That is one of the nicest handstands there from Team Puerto Rico. That's a demonstration video waiting to happen. So test number 5. Argentina is looking very good now. It seems like they've almost found their stride a bit. They went 3rd, then 4th to start. They've come back with a 2nd and a 1st. And now we're in test number 5, and when they have a good pace started, Team Argentina, unfortunately, I think they filmed in portrait mode, so don't have the nice view of their gym where they're doing this. Again, very tight to race at the top of the leaderboard right now. The Americans still in the lead. We'll see how this all plays out. Americans sitting after test 4, they have 9 points. 10 points for Team Brazil, 10 points for Team Argentina. But Brazil has the tiebreaker for 2nd because they have 2 first place finishes, and Puerto Rico sitting in 4th. They're at 11 points, so still anybody's game. Like, these teams are just trading blows back and forth. No one really giving an inch. Team does well, then does not as well the next event, and it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. There's only one more team event or team test to go, and that is going to be the strategy test. So this is mixed relay 2. We had mixed relay 1 with one male, one female athlete. Now we have the other male, female athlete doing this test. Again, 15-minute cap. Athlete A is doing 12 toes to bar, 25 double unders. 9 toes to bar, 25 double unders. 6 toes to bar, 25 double unders. while athlete B is holding a wall-facing handstand hold, and their hands must be within that box. Once athlete A has completed the third set of 25 double unders, they will switch. Then athlete B will do the 12-9-6 of toes to bar with the 25 double unders after each set of toes to bar. Each athlete must do 3 full rounds of the toes to bar and double unders. And once athletes have completed 3 rounds each, that will be the time. Again, 15-minute time cap to complete this. Argentina looking like they've got a good start on this one. Again, in test 1 with the 500 double unders for one man and 500 double unders for one woman, as well as a combined 5,000 meter row on the concept 2. The United States actually had the best time in test 1, so we'll see if the US is able to repeat that here in test number 5. Again, it's only 75 double unders per athlete, but still. See if that translates at all. Team Argentina, Team Brazil, they seem to are working pretty good here. Same with Team Puerto Rico. Team Argentina, though, I'm looking at them in the back of that room there. They've been moving very well, very smooth and consistent. And actually, if you look to see, again, Team Argentina, they're doing the same thing that they were doing in test number 4, where they are taking rests after every single, whoever's doing the groundwork, and by groundwork I mean the non-static position. Whoever's doing the groundwork after one full round, whether it was in the kettlebell swings event, it was 10 kettlebell swings and 5 burpees, but now it's the 12 toes to bar and 25 double unders. After one full rotation of just one round where it's the 12 toes to bar and 25 double unders, the athlete holding a static position comes down each time, gets about maybe a 2 to 5 second rest. As you can see, they're doing it now as they switch positions there. But that is honestly one of the best strategies I've seen. Very well played by the Argentina team. Meaning there's always constant rest for that static position and a few extra seconds of rest in between rounds for the athlete doing the double unders and the toes to bar. So great strategy by Team Argentina. Let's see if it pays off. They did it in the last event. They won test 4. I think they won test 4 by over a minute. So they may have their these 2 mixed relays dialed in. Team Brazil moving at a pretty good pace as well right now. Don't count them out. Again, the leaderboard's very tight right now. 2 points separating all 4 teams. So again, every second is critical at this point. And next year, we're hoping that we can have everyone together for World Championships. For now, this is what we're left with. It's looking like Team Argentina is your leaders right now. This, again, is unofficial, but it's looking like they are the leading things. Team Argentina. Or now, if you want, I would really zero in on what Team Argentina is doing here. See there, male athlete up on the toes to bar. Female athlete is maintaining that handstand hold. Looking like he's doing his full set of 12. She comes down quickly. Gets back up. Does his double unders. And as you see, he finishes the double unders quickly. She comes down, gets to rest her shoulders and core. And now he goes back up for toes to bar. So you see, every time he does a movement, there's rest for the athlete maintaining the handstand hold. So that's a great strategy, and it's looking like it's paying off. Team Puerto Rico, they're switching athletes now. Team Brazil has been moving at a pretty good pace here as well. Again, the Americans they're your leaders overall. Quick double unders there for Team USA. And they will switch athletes now. The Americans are your leaders after 4 tests. They started out with winning test 1, taking second in test 2, third in test 3, and a third in test 4, and they are still your leaders with, and it looks like Argentina is done. That will be it. Team Argentina takes test number 5. So their strategy does pay off. And now the battle for second. Brazil took a 4th in mixed relay 1, so we'll see what they do here in mixed relay 2. Puerto Rico, they finished 2nd in test 2, mixed relay 1, which is test 4. We'll see if they're able to back it up with another 2nd. And Team USA, they finished 3rd in test 4. We'll see if they are able to take 2nd here, and this is test 5, but it's Team Brazil. Team Brazil will finish 2nd. Team Brazil is going to make a push here. This is getting very interesting. Your leaders now, Team USA. They are going to finish no better than 3rd place here in test number 5. Wow, this leaderboard's about to get flipped with 1 test to go. This is what we want to see. Tight race, no one's running away with it. So we're going to see how this all shakes down in test number 6 coming up. That's our strategy event. Wow, this is very interesting. You see Team Puerto Rico trying to finish up here, trying to stay ahead of Team USA. And that is it. Team Puerto Rico will finish 3rd, meaning Team USA will take the 4th spot here. And this is definitely going to have ramifications on our leaderboard. Wow, this is the mixed relays have not been friendly to Team USA. It's like a 3rd and a 4th in tests 4 and 5. Wow, all right. We'll see what the leaderboard is showing here in a second. There it is. New leaders, Argentina with a 2nd, 1st, and 1st in the last 3 tests. Brazil is staying in 2nd with 12 points. Team USA 3rd with 13, and Puerto Rico still maintaining 4th there at 14 points, but not out of it. Puerto Rico needs a home run. See what happens. 1 test to go.
Here is the Continental Cup, test number 6 for the teams, team strategy. This event will be completed by all 4 athletes. This event starts at the 1 hour 35 minute mark and finishes at the 1 hour 50 minute mark and is your final test of the day. Now, this event starts with a 400 meter row, then moves on to 21 thrusters at 45 kilos, 15 bar muscle ups, followed by 9 cleans at 70 kilos. You will have 1 athlete completing each movement of this workout for 2 full rounds. So 1 athlete will be on the row, 1 athlete will be on the thrusters, 1 athlete will be on the bar muscle ups, and then your final athlete will be on the cleans. Once athlete number 1 is done their row, it moves straight on to athlete number 2 for their thrusters, 3 for their bar muscle ups, 4 for their cleans. That is round 1 done. You will then cycle through a second time. Your athletes stay on the same station, completing the same work each round. This one, you will need 1 judging official for this workout, and that judging official will tell you when to move on to the next movement. For this workout, the cleans can be performed anyhow: squat cleans, power cleans, or muscle cleans. This workout will be done in your 6 meter by 6 meters square and is the final event of the weekend. Thanks, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, test number 6, the final test for our 2020 Continental Cup. This is our final of 4 divisions. This is our Americas division, Team Puerto Rico, Team Argentina, Team USA, and Team Brazil are our 4 competing teams here. So in case you missed the demo video and how this works, there are 4 different tasks in this event. There's a 400 meter row, 21 thrusters at 45 kilos or 100 pounds. There's 15 bar muscle ups and 9 cleans at 155 in pounds or 70 kilos for in kilograms. Each team must pick 1 athlete to do one of those 4 tasks. And that athlete will have to do that task for that round as well as the second round. There's no switching between rounds. You can't do a row 1 round and thrusters the next. You must do whatever you do in round 1, you're doing in round 2. So now this is where the whole strategy comes in. Athlete 1, whoever that is, male, female, must do the 400 meter row. When the athlete has finished the 400 meter row, athlete 2 will then do 21 thrusters at 100 pounds. When the 21 thrusters are done, then it is 15 bar muscle ups for athlete 3. Then the 4th and final athlete is going to do the 9 cleans. And they will go through 2 rounds of that. And that is it. It's a quick sprint. It should be on the quicker side. These athletes are going to be able to move pretty quick. So you see right now, all the athletes are on the thrusters. That is movement 2 of the 4. Again, there is a lot on the line here. 4 teams within 3 points. Team USA having 2 bad tests. They need an event win. That is what it comes down to if they want to have a chance. And even that still may not guarantee them a win, depending on who finishes second. Team Argentina, back-to-back wins. Brazil sitting at 12. USA sitting at 13 and Puerto Rico at 14. So we'll see how this all plays out. Okay, now we see athletes on the cleans. It looks like every team has females doing the cleans. Okay, interesting. Team Brazil opting for the male athlete doing the rows, same with Argentina. Team Puerto Rico has a female on the rower, and as does Team USA. So every team not going the same strategy. It also depends on the strength of your athletes. If the cleans are relatively light, if the thrusters aren't overly crushing, but Looks like it's all a lot of men doing the thrusters right now. I would have to agree with that call. That may be the best, but the other three, really, it depends. If you have a gymnastics specialist, male or female, you probably want them up on the bar muscle ups. The row, that's just not going to be overly long. The ebbs and flows of functional fitness. Playing to the strengths of your team. Again, this is each of these teams know the strengths and weaknesses of their athletes and what's going to get them the best time. They may have practiced this leading up to this and see which ones are going to give them the best time. This is going to, all four of these teams are close. They're all in the row right now. Round 2. No one's running away with it. And Argentina, first team onto the thrusters. Argentina coming into this leading. Team Puerto Rico right behind. Team USA, they're moving quick now. So Team Argentina, they had their male athlete on the row, but now their female athlete is on the bar, and you can tell this is going to be slower for her than for the men. So this is, again, where strategy is so key. And it looks like Team Argentina has now been passed by Puerto Rico and the United States as well as Brazil. So now Argentina going from 1st to 4th in this test. Team Brazil has a female up on the bar. The other 3 teams with males up on the bar muscle ups. Team Argentina now. Those are some quick bar muscle ups, floating up and over the bar. And he has to make up time, honestly, because their female athlete who had a bit of a lead, but that's, again, the chance you're taking with, obviously she's not as strong as the males, and so she fell a little bit behind on the thrusters. But now we're here to the cleans. This is what we want to see. Team USA has a lead. Team Puerto Rico right behind. Team Argentina, oh boy, here we go. All 4 teams are on the cleans. This is incredible. Oh boy, I don't even know what to say here. Who is going to finish first? Puerto Rico and USA are both done. Oh, if USA won this, and it is Team USA 557. Wow, 1 second ahead of Puerto Rico, and USA gets the win. Unbelievable. If they don't finish first there, they would have come set. Yeah, that 1 second, that was the difference. That's incredible. Don't even know what to say about that. So, congratulations, Team USA. Brazil second, Argentina second. Getting the tiebreaker on Brazil, and Puerto Rico only 2 seconds behind.